Welcome back everybody. So this is gonna be a quick update video for you guys on stock market, and before we get started, please smash that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now if you want to get my daily trade ideas, swing trade ideas, live trading, and you want to support the channel, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. Welcome back, everybody. So we have lots of things to talk about here in this video. Let's get started with earnings. We got earnings coming out this week. Lots of earnings. United, Netflix, 3M, P&G, Discover, Texas Instrument, Verizon, American Express, GE. Lots of earnings. And then next week we also have big mega caps releasing earnings. Now, in top of that, what happened on Friday? We got a mega gap up and go on Friday. We got Dow Jones going up 0.78%, Nasdaq up 1.51%. It was up almost 2%. S&P going up 1%, and Russell going up 0.43%. There's 11 sectors that makes up S&P 500 on top, leading the way: consumer cyclical, technology, communication services, basic materials, consumer defensive, financial, energy, industrials, utilities, real estate, and then we got lagging behind healthcare. Now, what do we got here on stock market map? We got all the big names going up. Tesla up 3%, Amazon up over 2%, Google up 1.61%, Apple almost up 1%, Microsoft going up 1%. We got Nvidia going up over 3%, and even the big banks, JPM, Wells Fargo, all are up on the day. Healthcare taking a beating here. Eli Lilly down over 4%, MRK also down near 3%. And then if you look at right here, this is interesting. Energy was also up on Friday. You can see XOM, Chevron, big names are up on Friday. And then we have industrials also going up here. So pretty much across the board, except some of these names down here, all are green on Friday, and we had a massive rally to the upside. So before we get started, we got some big news coming out of Middle East. We got a ceasefire going on between Hamas and Israel, and there is some hostages actually getting out of there. So that is good news. Then TikTok was banned, and now you can see TikTok restoring U.S. service after Trump provided assurance. So that is also another good news for TikTok. And then on top of that, tomorrow we have a Martin Luther King Day, and then Trump taking oath for the office. So lots of good news coming, and who knows, Tuesday morning there is gonna be an insane move here in this market, especially with all the news that is coming out from Middle East and even from here in the States. So before we get started on S&P 500, I want to share this play with you guys. People that are watching me for the first time, and people that are actually subscribed to my channel and watching my videos all these times and liking and sharing my videos. This is for you guys. I did share this play just a couple days ago in my stock market update video, right here, PANW, Palo Alto, that if you're really serious about trading and you want to get in, I'm already in the stock right here under daily 200 SMA, right here on this trend line, and it was sitting below lower Bollinger Band. And what I said in my video, that I'm playing 180 calls in the short term. If you're swing trading, you're going to see 180 plus, and I'm expecting a move up to 180 on Palo Alto. And boy, oh boy, did this stock delivered on Friday. Look at this, 180 plus exactly. So if you got in after watching my video, make sure you take some profit. And that's why I wanted to give you guys an update here on this play. And trust me, guys, this is just a play I'm throwing out. I did throw out before Costco, and go check it out. Costco is trading at what, almost 950 now. So that is almost a 20 $30 move that we caught on Costco. And just like this one, I just gave you guys that play, and now it's up like 30 40 bucks. This one here nicely up, 180 happened. So what I said in my video already got there, and these are just some plays I'm throwing out here. There is lots of most of my trades, I don't rely on day trades that much because these are really risky, and especially nowadays with lots of volatility, up down all over the place. There is plenty of swing trades in my Patreon group. So if you're really serious about that, you're really into trading, then check out their link down below in the description. And that has nothing to do with this play. So these are for more, serious people that are actually looking to trade and make money in this market, and you want to learn. Then you go and join and also support the channel by doing that. On SPY ETF, it was up 1%. It got up to almost close to 600. We got a pullback from there, and we kind of produced this inverted hammer right here on SPY at the end of the day. So it's kind of suspicious how things are going up. Friday, we absolutely got no catalyst, nothing, and suddenly market just gapped up, and it was just going all day pretty much until end of the day. We got just a tiny here pullback here on SPY ETF. So next week, guys, we got lots of things happening. We have those earnings, we have Trump, you know, uh, and those earnings can play a big role. And then in top of that, it depends like what Trump is going to say. We have TikTok news, we have a ceasefire going on, bunch of stuff happening, and then next week, the following week, end of this month, we also have big mega cap stocks releasing earnings. So, I mean, talking about volatility here in this market, it's gonna stay here. If you're thinking about just a normal day, it's not gonna happen. It's gonna be really a jam-packed week this week, and especially even next week with those big earnings. With that being said, SPY needs to clear 600. Only if that happens, you're going to see more upside, but not by that much. And why? Upper Bollinger Band coming down is sitting at 602. So I don't think this thing can push too high here from 600 to 602. That might be it right here. Now to the downside, we did not close this gap on Friday. So there will be a move. If there is a pullback down here, this is going to be key level 595 gap fill reversal. As long as this can hold, you can try to buy the dip and play it back up to the upside. But moment we take out 595, you're going to see a dump off, possibly down to 590. And then this gap comes into play right here from that CPI 585. Now, if you look at my screen, Friday we went up with some volume, so you cannot ignore that. But also, dollar went up, TNX went up, and VIX was barely down that much. So lots of things are really, confusing, And then we have oil going up, guys. I mean, that's not good for inflation. Even though the data, I didn't see anything, significant coming down. Market just saw that, just a tiny here, and market rallied on that CPI. So I don't know how things are going to play out next week. We might see that breakout, but like I said, this is always happening. Whenever we touch upper Bollinger Band, we get a pullback. We touch lower one, we get a big bounce. You can see right here, touched, came back, went back up, came back. Touched, came back, right? So now, I mean, we can go maybe another $4, five, six. That's about it. Expecting this gap to get filled early next week. And we have only 4 days, so there is not much you can do next week. We have only 4 days of trading starting Tuesday. So be careful. Whatever you're doing in the market, just don't go out and try to be a hero, because if you look at my screen, we're basically trading in this range 600 to this 580 range, $20. And until we break out of this range, you're not going to see a significant move to the upside or to the downside. On triple Q, it's up 1.69%, so it was up almost 2%, got up to 524, and then came back and now trading over 520. So going into Tuesday's session, 520 does not hold. We might see a little bit of a pullback here on Qs down to this 20-day moving average, which is sitting at 517. Under that level, you might see a flush down to this gap right here. And look at my screen. You got these moving averages right here stacked up. So 515 to 517, there is going to be plenty of support here. Unless we close below 515, in that case, definitely this gap fill reversal can happen right here from the CPI 510. And only below that, you're going to see a new low right here on Qs. Now, as long as we're over 520, this thing can push back up to 527, and from there, even 530. On Dow Jones, it's up 0.77%. So here's an example why things cannot push higher. And we kind of got an inverted hammer right here on DIA. And you can see it was going way outside the Bollinger Band, outside the 50-day moving average, and we came back in and closed under 436. So to the upside, 436 has to break, and I'm just rounding things up here. It's 435.7. So 436 breaks, then you're going to see continuation to the upside, possibly back up to right here 444.83. Now to the downside, if this thing cannot break 436, key line in the sand right here 433 gap fill reversal, and if that don't hold, you're going to see DIA pulling back down to 5-day moving average 429, and then maybe down here to close this gap from the CPI 425.51 on Dow Jones. So here's another example. Russell is up 0.43%. So you can see IWM cannot push over this upper Bollinger Band. And we kind of got stuck here at 225. We did not get over this resistance right here, 227. So 227 breaks, then you're going to see probably coming up and retesting this resistance right here, red line, 50-day moving average at 230. And over that, we can talk about some sort of a bull run back up to the upside. But it's not going to happen until this Bollinger Band turns back up to the upside, which is coming down rapidly. And you can see it's getting that Bollinger Band squeeze. And whenever we get that, guess what happens? We see massive, massive volatility right here on IWM. Now to the downside, the next big support will be down here, guys. 222, these moving averages. Underneath that level, gap fill reversal and the support 220. But if that gives up, we might be pulling back down to 217 and then 210. Possibly will close this gap at that point at 212.78 on IWM. On VIX, it's down 3.80% and it's closing around $16 right here, close to this trend line. So if this thing can stay over 16 and possibly can get up to 18 bucks, and if we can get over this level 18, in that case, you're going to see volatility spiking back over 20, and that's going to put a lot of pressure on S&P 500. Now, we get a gap up and go on Tuesday because of Trump, then watch out. This thing will come down to 15, and this is going to be key level of support to watch, because below 15 it can come down to 13 bucks, and that's really going to be good news for the market to push and press even higher. So before we actually wrap up this video, I want to look at the dollar, and you can see dollar barely going down. We had this mini pullback for 3-4 days that led to a rally in the market, and now a dollar pressing even higher, holding over 109. So that's not good news for the market, and that is why it's really confusing. How the market is reacting to all that. Dollar going up, you got oil going up, you got 10-year yield right here. You'll see that's also going up. And we got the market also, pressing higher. So who's actually lying here? We just have to wait and find out, guys. Now, with that being said, I want to share a play. And this is not some big name, nothing big, but I want to share another play with you guys. This could be another fantastic opportunity for you guys to play this. Now, Beyond Meat, right here. You can see you got this double bottom here. It's actually pressing higher from this double bottom right here. And now, if this thing can actually just get over this $4.16 right here, we can take out this high right here. It can press definitely up to 5 bucks, maybe even come up and retest daily 200 SMA, which is at $6. So $2 to the upside definitely, can happen on Beyond Meat, but this is also a shorted stock in the market right now. There is lots of short interest right here on Beyond Meat, and that's why I'm sharing this play with you guys. I'm gonna get in early as Tuesday, not in here in this play. And this could be the stop loss right here at $3.50, or maybe even down here, bottom of this hammer candle right here, guys, 344. And if this thing moves up 2 bucks, that's good enough. Even at 5 bucks, I mean, I'm not asking for huge profit here, but it just the double bottom play can play out, and you can see many times what happened here on Beyond Meat. Many times we came back here, massive rally, came back here, massive rally, and once we get over 200-day, guess what? It was right here at 10 bucks, and then it got up to 12. So once we get over 200-day, it can definitely go up to 8 bucks, and that's what 100% on this play from $4 to 8. So that can happen right here quickly. You can see many times once we got over daily 200 SMA, it moved up even more. Now, when you play these stocks, these are not long term. You don't hold these stocks all day. You can buy and hold it for a few days, and if things are not looking and going your way, you just cut losses right here. These things, when they go up, you take profit and you get out. That's how simple that is. So Beyond Meat, entry would be right here around $4. If you can get it cheaper, it's even better. And the target would be $5 to $6, or maybe even $8 if you can hold it. And this thing gets that massive squeeze to the upside. And that's all I have for you guys. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and I'll definitely keep you guys updated going into Tuesday.